Welcome back to DecoyNoise, where today we're doing more stories from rSlash AmITheA and taking them to Decoy Court. As always, we'll read the top comments and the controversial comments and your comments down below, but let's go ahead and get to today's featured post, which is: Am I the antagonist for being mad at my husband over tattoos? OP writes, Hi all, my birthday was a few weeks, and for literally the entire past year, I had been telling my husband that all I wanted was to start work on a few tattoo ideas I had. The piece in mind was really personal and had a lot of meaning, so I was determined to finally get it done since this year had been extra difficult and it would have been a huge boost to my self-esteem. I had been saving on my own. I had a small reserve of cash tips for my last job, but the few weeks leading up to my birthday, I had to use it for car repairs and a few emergency vet visits for our car and our cat. My husband promised to help me rebuild this tattoo fund since this was meant to be my fun money and instead used the household for was used on household emergencies. I was pretty bummed because I had been looking forward to get a piece done for well over a year, but those things needed to be taken care of, so I tried not to be too upset. For my actual birthday, husband bought me a space heater. I have absolutely no idea because 1, we already have a space heater, and having 2 is excessive for a 550 square feet apartment, and 2, I am literally always hot. I'm never not hot in our apartment. I will be walking around naked and sweating, and my husband will be bundled up in a sweater and covered in blankets in front of the space heater we already have. Husband loves the new space heater. He told me it was either a space heater or tattoo money for my birthday, but he thought I would get more use out of the heater. Yesterday he informed me he has plans to set aside funds so he can start work on his sleeve, and I'm pretty upset with it because it really seems that for my birthday he bought something for himself and is now doing the one thing I wanted to do all year. No doubt he works hard for his money, and I know how badly he wanted this piece done, but dang, the cost of the space heater would have covered a big portion of the piece I wanted to get done. So am I the antagonist for being upset about this? He doesn't seem to see why I am, and I can't tell him if I'm overreacting right now. So taking the case and rushing it over to Decoy Court is a scenario where, yeah, he got a gift for himself and it's just like feigning as if it was something for the two of you. And honestly, with a lot of these relationship posts on Am I the Antagonist, you're seeing a symptom of a bad relationship projected over a particular instance of what is actually occurring between the two of them. Maybe the OP, I don't want to overreact in Decoy Court, but it doesn't seem like he pretty much respects her wishes or what she wants. Like, yeah, it would suck to not get a gift for your birthday present because you want something to open, it must be nice, but the scenario is he would have given her some cash so she can get a tattoo later on, or something for her to open right there, but it truly seems like it's something that she doesn't want, doesn't need, and he's just enjoying it now because that's something he wanted to get for himself, and it's feigning as a gift, as a birthday gift. I guess the Decoy defense would be as a scenario where, they are going to be going into much colder months, staying inside much more often, and they will need that space heater, and maybe she's just upset about it, and possibly OP's boyfriend doesn't like people with tattoos. It's just not attractive to him, and I have seen that where it's like someone keeps on getting tattoos and they love it and they're into that culture and they're slowly making themselves incompatible with their significant other, and the significant other just doesn't know how to break it to him. Like, oh yes, I like that you have a piece for your grandma, I like you have a piece for your dog, but the whole sleeved up look is just not working for them, and they just didn't know how to open up their mouth until it was too late, and all of a sudden they're like, yeah, we've been together for 3 years, but now I'm not attracted to you anymore, and that becomes a much bigger issue. So that's my thoughts on it. I'm still going to go ahead and say that OP's not the antagonist and the boyfriend is the antagonist, but as always, take a brief recess in Decoy Court. Let me know your thoughts as to who's the antagonist, who's not the antagonist, but let's go ahead and get to the top comments, which is: not the antagonist. He bought something he wanted for your birthday while you paid the expenses. I'd ask him for half of the vet and repair expenses. Very true. And the next reply to that was, OP should have already returned the heater. Hubby shouldn't be enjoying it at all. It was either a heater or a tattoo. OP, I'd rather have the tattoo. Don't worry about it though. I'll take the heater back and take care of it myself, which would be a situation, but she probably should do that, but it's not getting to the root of the problem where it doesn't seem like he wanted to buy her a gift for Christmas, just something, or a gift for her birthday, just something nice for himself. But the next top reply is, return it and get it the tattoo. The next reply, I was going to say this, sell the space heater and get some tattoo money. It's your birthday gift, right? Do what's best for you. Very true. The next top reply, not the antagonist. This is the weirdest response. At first I thought maybe he wouldn't be into tattoos or money was still tight, but he's basically saying your money is for both his money. Your money is both his, but his money is for him and his interests. I'm not having that for a long-term dating nor marriage, long-term dating or marriage. I'd venture something else is going on, but regardless, this is mad selfish. And I agree with all that, where there's something else murking underneath the surface they have problems other than just the tattoo situation. But, you know, I wouldn't discount that, where some guys are into like getting tattoos for themselves, but they would like someone that doesn't have tattoos, and some girls are, you know, the sweet, innocent looking type, but they love a guy that's sleeved up and has tattoos up his neck and on his hands. So, you know, opposites do attract, and I wouldn't say just because he likes tattoos that he wants her to have tattoos. So maybe that's a bit of a false accusation, but let's go ahead and shoot over those controversial comments, which are saying, everyone sucks here. 1. Why can't you return the space heater? 2. If the money's tight for you both, you should not be spending money on body art. Sorry, you need to build an emergency fund first. And this is controversial, but I kind of agree with it. You know, birthday should be something where it is a situation where you buy some things that you splurge on and you want to, you know, show them that you care about them, so you put them first and put the money aside for it. But it does seem like if they have no emergency fund now, the tattoo maybe should be on the back burner while they refill that. But maybe I'm just being too responsible. Let's go ahead and shoot over to that next top controversial comment, which is, not the antagonist, but a space heater is like $30. That's a crappy gift, and he should be helping you with your tattoo fund, but that gift in particular probably didn't make a huge dent on your tattoo fund. If $30 is a substantial amount for you guys, you shouldn't be wasting money on tattoos, and maybe it is a situation where they are being irresponsible. You don't want to make those crazy accusations and try to think about too far into the situation, but it would be a thing if $30 is a substantial amount of the tattoo, where it's like a $50 tattoo overall. Maybe they want to wait a little bit later on to get those tattoos, these permanent works of art on their body, when it will actually look nicer. But now here's me being judgmental, so let's just go ahead and move on to the next controversial comment that was heavily downvoted, saying, not the antagonist, but who decided to get a cat and car that you can't afford without sacrifices? In your shoes, I'd give away the cat and reconsider the car. That's negative points because it's being a bit more judgmental than we'd like to see, but it does have a tinge of truth to it. But the next type of controversial reply is, everyone sucks here. If you don't even have an emergency fund, you can't afford to blow money on tattoos, and you know the birthday should be something extra. So I don't really agree with that too much. The next controversial reply is the auto moderator, and they're saying, not the antagonist, but going forward, stop giving gifts to each other to save money to gift to yourself like he did. And yes, he is the antagonist. Also, if you have to save for a tattoo, it probably shouldn't be a priority. Tattoos are a luxury after you already saved up for other stuff. Something doesn't seem right if you have to choose between a space heater and a tattoo. And I think that's a false equivalency, because it's not between a space heater and a tattoo. That's the significant other saying, I'm going to buy you something you want or something I want, and then just deciding on buying something for themselves on OP's birthday. And also, tattoos are a luxury. Well, at least they're not saying, hey, let's just rack up a whole bunch of credit card debt getting all these sleeved up tattoos and pay for it later on. They're saying, hey, let me save up for it so I can finally pay for this. And that is at least somewhat responsible, in my opinion. But those are my thoughts. If you haven't already, consider subscribing down below, because this is a different Reddit read podcast, one-on-one conversation where we're just hanging out, having fun. I try to avoid all the serious topics and, you know, steer the conversation away from stuff. If you want to take 2 breaks a day, make sure you subscribe with the notifications on, because there's new episodes every day at 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. No longer daylight savings, but Pacific Standard Time. So if you like the content, please like it, please share it if you can. But if nothing else, just go ahead and check out one of those next videos or the playlists coming up next.